I'm here at Tactics Games to talk to Judson. He made Hideous Abominations, yes. And now the new game is Deep Regrets. Great. Could you tell us a little bit about the new game?
Yeah, of course. So Deep Regrets is a 1 to 5 player horror fishing game where you're going to spend the worst week of your life at sea dredging up progressively more horrifying things. So you can see an example of some of the fish here. Some days you might catch a real fish, you might pull in a sheep's head or a barracuda. Some days you might catch a corpse or a human, and then you can take them back to port to sell them or eat them to refresh dice, but draw regrets. And over the course of the game, you'll be gathering a lot of these regret cards. The number of cards you have affects your standing on the madness meter. So the lower the better, because it means more dice and more valuable fish. But at the end of the game, the player who has the highest value of regrets, which is secret until the end, is going to lose their most valuable fish. So there's a lot of push your luck mechanics involved.
Okay. How did you come up with the idea?
So I love sea horror. I'm a big horror fan in general. I like drawing weird things, so I use games as an excuse to draw weird things. So I grew up on movies like Deep Star 6 or The Abyss or this kind of thing. I've always been obsessed with sea horror. I love The Lighthouse, the film, and there's a game called Dredge, which came out on PlayStation a few years ago that I played and really enjoyed. So I wanted to try and capture the spirit of that without being derivative. So there's a lot of like weird humor invested in this, and the art style kind of comes from like growing up watching things like Rugrats and Real Monsters and Futurama and The Simpsons. I'm trying to bridge this gap between Scooby-Doo and Lovecraft. Like that's the middle point of that is where I'm trying to live.
So you do your own illustrations?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is all hand illustrated in ink. So I draw everything. Do underdrawings in pencil, and then I color it in ink, and then I scan it in and color in Procreate by hand. And every artwork is unique. 117 fish in the sea. Every single one unique, both in terms of artwork and abilities.
And of course, there's a Cthulhu one. Yeah.
There's a Cthulhu one. I didn't want to include him in so he's part of a mini expansion that comes along with it. It feels a bit played out at this point, but you can't not include the great old one himself. So Cthulhu is in there, and he has an ability where he calls all player to sea. If they can answer the call, but they draw a regret.
Okay. When will it come out? It comes out on Kickstarter this July, and have you any plans when to ship?
Yeah. So Kickstarter this July, God willing, and the hope is to ship in Q1 of 2025. So hopefully by the end of like March-ish, it will have gone to all of the backers. And the price point's going to be around £40 before VAT, or $50 US.
Okay. And you said there are no stretch goals. It's the whole game. You get the whole package if you buy this one.
Yeah. Like we've got these fancy buoy dice. Those would normally be a stretch goal, but I'm just baking everything into the game the way exactly the game I want to make, rather than doing stretch goals. So you get quite a premium game right off the bat.
Well, that's great. Awesome. Yeah. So you're all in if you pledge the game. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And okay. Thank you.
Great.
Bye.
Thank you.